cancel out the tickets. 오! 이제 나가래!
끝내 가을
First try.
버티는 곳 없다더니 어찌된 일인지 홍어는 변한 게 하나도 없네요. 길은 예전 같지 않으려나?
That's pretty. Very pretty. No flower ever induced the fall, so they say Hongyan will certainly not change one bit, except for its roots, I suppose. See some? Nice. First try.
잔치상에는 콧배기도 안 비치더니 제목 한번 척으로 마냥 왜 보이셨고요.
Very pretty. Makes you wonder why they even hold these banquets, doesn't it? Had they come, they would have done naught but bring displeasure to you. Have you not said as such? I guess that's true. The child walked out of the banquet hall and went on the deep side of the Limbus fell. All she got for attending a Yuan banquet for once. No one came to the banquet but my big brother with that silly smile. It was a nearly empty party. The family higher up and the family elders whom she actually came to see apparently all had some business to attend to and only left her letters and notes. And the people who were indifferent about her didn't even bother showing their faces. So essentially there was but a single family member who was there to welcome her. This being an inauspicious place, it has already been anticipated that they would not hail your return with open arms. Yet I sense that odd is certainly all real. Ow, my head's already starting to hurt just thinking about it. However, with all credit to your efforts, the first round may as well be complete already. Protect with what you have, collect what intelligence that may be gained, and we shall be able to garner what wisdom there is to be found about the competition. Let not haste taint your wisdom. The first round of the family hierarchy evaluation was to bring them a clue of immortality. Fortunately, after a long and grueling journey, the child was able to find for herself what she sought. Oh, what's that? Phew! Can't believe we actually managed to scoop up some of that blank of the deep place from the blank whale's traces. Oh, we were really in luck, huh? Geez, I'm still shaking from what a close call that was. First time in the lakes, almost devoured by the waves as soon as we sailed out. What's that? It could not be helped. You are a scion of the Jia family. You must have had no blank visit you cop even once. Ooh, it's like the mirror dimension like cracking because her history is changing or something. It's very interesting. Ooh, yeah, I really blanked up, sailing out blindly in my blank voyage to the Great Lake in search of the clue for immortality, but ooh. Whoa! Oh. Too early for that observation, I suppose. Whoa! Yeah. But it's alright. Nothing to worry about. That's not what the observer of this possibility is curious to learn, is it? The fact that the child has never been to the Great Lake, the fact that the child was born as a scion of the Jia family, they're all trivial issues as long as there was an observer, a wish maker. Oh. With the mere act of witnessing and only witnessing, the world reflected on the mirror will only grow clearer. Yes, as it does now. He who harbors an iridescent light in his eye, oh, he who glimmers and showers the world with the gem's shine. Yet hidden it remained for long, shadowed for years in his embrace. The fell omen shall return and tears of rage shall flow like a great winding river. What a creepy song to hear as long as we walk out of the streets. I guess that's Hong Yuan for you. What an egregious song this is. The gem of Hong Yuan cannot be referring to anyone else other than young Lord Bao Yu. Well, I get how these songs can spread. He sure is a frightening foe, I can't deny that. The song called him a foul omen, and aptly so. He is feared by every family hierarch candidate in the competition. At first what they felt was envy for the gem of Hong Yuan who was praised and loved by the elders. But the envy soon turned to fear when the gem began to ruthlessly wield the favor and love as his power to dominate the competition. Every move he made was a threat against the other candidates, but what the child fears is something else. The scariest thing about him is that none of us have any idea what he's thinking behind that smiling face of his. Yet, has he not always shown quite a pleasant degree of gentleness toward you, miss? He thought it kind to visit your banquet after all. Were you not quite close with him in your youth? Yeah, we used to be pretty close. I followed him around because he'd always play with me wearing that silly smile of his, but that smile just feels so, I don't know, it makes my skin crawl. I understand, for that is odd I could presume. Yeah, though I might just be letting my emotions get the better of me. However, I have faith that you are not one to suspect without cause. Part of his smile must have given you this perplexing sensation. The child shakes her head, trying to clear her mind after sharing her concerns to her right-hand man. Analyzing other candidates was all well and good, but she decided that it would be best for her to focus on what she has at this very moment. I'm just worried that even that concern might be kinda premature, to be honest. We gotta focus on protecting what we have until evaluation day. Now let us return to Fort of Warm Fragrance. Been a while since I got to sleep in my own room, huh? The same night, the latter age of high hour. Contrary to what she said, the child cannot seem to fall asleep. Well, it's more like she wasn't thinking of going to sleep at all tonight. This was her first night back in Hongwan. She knew that it was pretty much a guarantee that she'd be getting ambushed. If she doesn't survive the ambush, even if she were to be revived later, the clue she brought would be gone. And she wasn't wrong. Miss. She family's snake man has released the serpents. No place like home, huh? I would have thought they were underestimating me had tonight been completely peaceful. Yet strange. Y.S. Isang, this is seriously not the time for one of your weird puns. The child muttered at her right-hand man, who somehow found it appropriate to make a pun in this tense situation. But he only looked back at her in confusion as though it was no joke at all. I wish also that the situation indeed called for jest, yet it seems that I have neglected all. It is not the she family that holds the serpent's tooth. There was the sound of several pairs of powerful legs hitting the ground, followed by the terrified screams of the clansmen. The child's expression hardened with the realization that she was under even greater danger than she thought. The hares, the rats. No, there's more. Our clan is under attack. They must have allowed the Mao to strike them in the dark, as the rat swarm is coming to overwhelm us. And here I was, wondering where you'd all gone instead of coming to the banquet. This is such a heartless thing to say. I was the only one who filled the seat at that barren banquet of yours at La Hua Ting, wasn't I? Big brother Bao Yu? So much for trusting anyone in this stupid house. Looks like you found a hidden knack for knifing people in the back while I was gone. Are you sure knack is the right word? Please, I've learned just and studied hard for this. How did you even get a hold of these snake's leashes? I guess all this questioning is kind of pointless, huh? He carries himself with the air of an enlightened person. The child knows that it's all a charade. His laid-back attitude wasn't prudence, it was arrogance. And every word that spoke of humanity and righteousness that came out of his mouth was hollow. I never should have let my guard down. Then be the good memories we shared. Oh, you're still seeking to gain understanding even in a jam like this? I'm so proud of you. I'm a Jia. There's pretty much a given quality in us. But wouldn't you have to survive tonight first if you wanted to put that understanding to good use? And that seems kinda untenable for you, doesn't it? Young Lord Bao Yu, that is. Enough talk. Yeah, nothing will come of this conversation anyways. I'll prove myself by surviving tonight. So you're not giving up? Okay, Ishmael, if that is what you want, go ahead. But I hope you've left your regrets behind. The child prepared for battle, calming herself as the shadowy beast poured into her room. Most other candidates would have folded here out of fear, but she wasn't going down that easy. She was going to put her all into surviving tonight, as she has always done. Yeah, I'm probably gonna regret this, but it's really not like me to back down, not here. The struggle against the current, surviving through these deadly, painful circumstances. She was used to it all, just as she was to the smile the man before her wore. She never really went to the lake. I wonder about that. So how much is like going through different worlds is actually like breaking like the quote-unquote multiverse apart, right? It's like, are people going to be safe in the future? That